confidence. It's one of the things that holds us back, not just in our careers, but our whole life. Like, I am sure you are so talented, so much potential, but I bet you hold yourself back because of a lack of self-confidence, right? I literally empathize with it because I was not born confident, even though it's probably one of the most common compliments I get when I do talks or when I'm at work. Everybody says, "Jo, you're so confident," but I really wasn't born that way. I was so shy as a child. I literally hid myself in the shadows. The idea of being in the limelight, getting seen, getting heard, made my skin crawl. I would go bright red in class. Like, it was horrible. But very quickly into my 20s, when I was trying to progress my career, I realized that being not confident was a huge issue for me, and it was holding me back. Not just me, but my career and everything I ever dreamed of. So I needed to get confident, and I needed to get confident pretty quickly. If this sounds like you, then you are absolutely in the right place. And by the end of this video, I guarantee that you're going to feel quite empowered and ready to start being more confident. So when I started my career in my 20s, I realized that the people I admired the most successful people, really carried themselves with confidence. And I would watch them on stage doing TED Talks, or maybe people high up in the businesses I worked for in the boardroom or hosting meetings. And I remember not just focusing on the words they said, but the way in which they said them. And there was something about that I realized that I really needed to start to focus on. The common factor across all of them was that they were so confident, or they seemed confident. There is so much science behind this. There's something called mirror neurons in our brain that basically means if you watch somebody presenting or talking and they seem really like shy and quiet and uncomfortable, that basically means that you're gonna feel that too as somebody within the audience or as their colleague or peer. Whereas if they carry themselves in a really confident and energetic and inspiring way, you are also going to feel that just by watching them. So there is a huge power to the way that we carry ourselves and the way that we can deliver value and our strengths and our skills. And if we don't appear confident, then our talent, our skill, our value may get completely lost. And that is not what we want. So I realized that I needed to start acting confident, even maybe before I felt totally confident, but I needed to figure out a way to do that. For me, I was working for brands, so I figured I've got opportunities to present my work, I've got meetings that I can host, I've got pitches that I can do. So how can I try and act more confident in those settings? So when I started to figure it out, I actually learned the magic was that confidence is self-perpetuating. So when I acted confident, my colleagues and my peers saw me as confident, they believed in me and my ideas, and then I believed in me and my ideas. And that cycle kept continuing, and actually my confidence genuinely built from there. It's so important to remember that when you carry yourself with low confidence, people will really struggle to invest in you and your ideas, and then that's self-perpetuating too. So you end up just getting yourself stuck in a rut, thinking you're not good at what you do, you don't have value, you don't have skills, and nobody's really inspired by the work that you have to offer. The myth about self-confidence, I think, is that you've got to build it by yourself. I think that as humans, we're pack animals. So when a group of people believes in us, we then believe in us. It's this constant cycle, this self-perpetuating cycle. So it's okay to say, I need other people to believe in me too, so that I can then be a better version of myself. That's totally fine, and that is very much how I grounded myself in my own self-confidence. Okay, I'm gonna break down the 3 things I did to act confident before I actually felt confident. The first thing is to use my voice. And I know this sounds so horrifically simple, but actually it's crazy when you start to notice people who are nervous in certain situations or who show real lack of self-confidence, because what they do is they scrunch their voice up and it gets really quiet and shy, and they don't look around the room and they're really scared. And actually it just makes me scared when I watch them. Those mirror neurons, like I'm trying to hear them and I can't hear what they say, and so they could be delivering like the best value in the world, but I just can't hear it. So it shows that real lack of self-confidence, and then I'm not confident in what you're saying at all. So for me, my number one thing was to speak clearly and loudly and try and assert myself within the room and within the space. People will hear me, I thought, so I just need to be super clear and just make sure that my voice is heard. The second way you can start to act more confident is your body language. Now, Amy Cuddy is an amazing psychologist who did one of the best TED Talks ever, I think, on basically fake it till you make it. And this was super inspiring from a body language point of view. And she basically said, before you've got a big scary talk to do or you've got a big meeting to do, go into the toilet and stand there like Superwoman or Superman and try and really get yourself feeling like you are very confident. Now, I can't say that I do this before I've got talks to do or work presentations. I don't go and stand in the toilet and do that. But what I do is when I'm giving the talk or presentation, I am very open, my posture's good, like I'm trying to make it feel like I am happy to be there. And even if I'm dying inside, which guys, like, let me just express to you, still, even though I've done so many talks and I'm really building my career, I still get nervous. That is literally such a human instinct to get nervous and freaked out. But I particularly remember at the start of my career when I was trying to just act confident, I was dying inside. But after my presentations, people would come to me and go, "Oh, Jo, you look so confident." And I'm like, because I'm standing really tall and like really big and my body language is opened up. And I think that made the world of difference. So if you've got a clear voice and you've got good body language, you're already halfway there. The third thing I did to really act confident was smile. Especially as a woman, getting told to smile is like the worst thing you can do for so many reasons. But I'm not saying it in that context. I'm basically saying, you know, think of the science behind smiling. If you pass someone in a corridor or, you know, in work and you smile at them, it really opens up that connection with them. And actually scientifically, it reduces stress and makes people just a little bit happier hormonally. So if you smile when you are presenting or pitching or even just hosting a meeting, you're in a meeting, you're on Zoom, please just get on the Zoom call and smile. It makes the world of difference. I will caveat, if you are delivering information that is incredibly serious or sensitive or just not appropriate to smile, please use your common sense. Don't smile. Like, it's not the right environment. I think I'm talking very generally about just day-to-day workflow, day-to-day meeting people, networking. You intro with a smile and you are pretty good to go. I do have to address something pretty serious in all of this. Negative self-talk. Now, there is so much theory and research about why we negative self-talk so much and where that all came from. Essentially, we are our own worst enemies. We are incredibly evil to ourselves and we give ourselves a lot of negative self-talk. Where this comes from is evolution. So as we evolved as humans, our ancestors realized that it is much more important to focus on enemy attack than it is to focus on the compliments we're getting from our allies. Because what we don't want to do is be caught off guard. So we are always very alert to negativity, and that's basically for survival. But where that doesn't help us is when we're trying to be confident and look after ourselves in an emotional capacity day to day. So psychologists did a lot of research into this and found that for every one negative situation we find ourselves in, we have to actually balance it with 4 positive things. So super interesting here. Because of that evolution journey, it is not a 1-to-1 ratio. Have you ever found that when you have a really good day full of compliments, but you get home and find that you've got like a spot on your cheek, it completely ruins everything. Like all those compliments have disintegrated. You only focus on the spot on your cheek. It's that idea of negativity bias, negative self-talk. So you have to get really good at balancing that negative self-talk with 4, at least, positives. I know it seems like a lot of work, but I do think that negativity is also self-perpetuating. So if we allow ourselves to get into that spiral of, oh, everything is bad, I did this bad thing today, or somebody insulted me, or this just didn't work out, oh, now I stubbed my toe, now I cooked a really rubbish dinner, now this has happened, now that has happened, you just spiral into this pit of awfulness. Don't let yourself get there. I mean, the odd day, fine, I get it, like life, but try and put yourself into this mode of balancing that 1 negative with the 4 positives. It's self-perpetuating. I don't know why I love the phrase so much, self-perpetuating. Most of life is self-perpetuating. So if you can get used to controlling that and pushing it forward a bit, you're gonna be in a really great place. Okay, let's summarize. Confidence is not just gonna change your career, it's gonna change your whole freaking life. Literally, even if you are shy right now, all you need to do is start acting confident. Now, I know that is easier said than done, but I can confidently say it to you because that is exactly what I did. And it does work. If you can push through it, it absolutely works. So the 3 ways I want you to get started is by using your voice loudly and clearly, practicing good body language that feels confident, and to smile a little bit more as and when appropriate, because it really will help the connections with people and they're going to believe in you and your ideas and what you're delivering just that little bit better. Remember, negative self-talk and the negativity bias is a real thing, comes from evolution. You are not crazy, but what you do need to do is balance 1 negative with 4 at least positives. Just get in the habit of that so you can try and keep yourself in this really positive mindset. I've just got to say, there are so many more things you can do to build your confidence. I would love to go through even more of them. If it's something you're interested in, please like and subscribe to my channel, and I will so happily deliver more insights for you. I feel like you're ready to go. I feel like you need to go get started now. Walk into that meeting tomorrow, pitch your little heart out, loud, clear, good body language, give them a little smile, and let's watch the magic happen. Thanks for tuning in. See you later.